Hi folks, I'm Bill McManus and I want to welcome you back to The Making of a Millionaire. And our project has officially started. I had my first Skype session with Greg last night and I'll tell you, it went great. I was very, very impressed. Greg is quite a gentleman. He is very, very intelligent. He has words of wisdom to share. He shared some stories about some of the people that he's working with and the people that he's helped over the years. And I'll tell you, I'm just very, very excited. And again, I want all of you to benefit from the knowledge that I'm going to be getting from Greg. I want you to follow along and do the exercises that he's giving me. And we will all benefit from this project, which is my goal. I want to help my fellow entrepreneur out. So basically, we started out talking about goals. And the first thing Greg says was, if you're bold enough and brave enough to believe in something and write it down, there's no reason you can't hit that goal. He said, but what's key is writing that down. He says, when you write that down, that's the very first physical manifestation of that goal coming to be. And that makes a lot of sense. So, first key, define those goals, write them down. And he says your goals should scare you. And the reason they should scare you is when they scare you even a little bit, they start engaging your physiology. And that has an impact on you on all levels, on a conscious and subconscious levels. So when you set your goals, you got to have short-term, smaller goals, but your big goals should scare you. And I've got some scary goals, so I'll be sharing those as we go along. So my physiology is definitely going to be engaged. And he says once you have your goals defined, basically failure is not an option. The only way to fail is to stop. If you haven't reached your goal yet, it's just because you haven't got there yet. And he says if you stop, it's just a waste. It's a waste of time. You waste the lessons that you earned along the way, or as he calls them, your school fees. It's just a waste of school fees. So again, if you haven't hit your goal yet, you're just not there yet. Just keep going. It's all about perseverance. And I'll tell you, that's one thing that I have, because again, it took me 15 years to find a mentor to even start this project. So I'm not one to give up. So I am sticking with this until the very end. And I hope you'll stick with me and follow along and benefit too. And basically he said, the whole thing is my desire to just be a Forex trader? Well, no. He says, basically, it's about needs. It's all based on human needs. And becoming a Forex trader and becoming successful in that is going to allow me the time and the money and the knowledge to do the things that I really want to do, the things that are really inside me, the things that are going to make me happy, the needs that I have that are currently not being fulfilled in my job right now. So it's all about those needs. And he said it's also about commitment. Commitment's very important. He said he'll commit to me if I commit to him. And I've committed to him. And he said that, he's going to be hardcore and he's going to hold me to a high standard. He says he's not going to be brutal, but he's going to be hardcore. And that's great because that's what I need. I need somebody who's going to keep me engaged and keep me on track. Because this is very, very important to me and I am committed. I've been committed to get to this point and I'm going to commit until I reach that goal. And if you follow along, you will see that I hit that goal. Join me and you can hit that goal too. Whatever your goals are, you can hit them too. So then we got into the very first exercise, my first assignment, which I have to turn back to him in a couple of days, and I want to invite you to do this same assignment. The first thing was to define what I want. Okay? You have to define what you want. Again, this goes with a goal. How do you hit a goal that you don't know? What is it you want? But he says he wants me to really grasp it. He says, what is success to you? What is it? What's the most beautiful picture? What does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? You really have to define it and get to know it on an intimate level. So again, first thing I want you to do along with me is, what is it that you want in that level? Again, what's your most beautiful picture? Then once you got that defined, he wants to know why. Why do I want that? And he says he doesn't want the politically correct answer. He says, just be you. He doesn't want BS. Why do you want? He says, if you just want to date hot girls and drive fast cars, well, that's it. Of course, my goals go way beyond that, and I'm a happily married man. But why you want those goals? And he says, put them in different levels. You have to look at it. You need short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. He wants my initial goals, my big goals, my wildest, crazy goals, and the ones beyond that. Okay, so define those. And those are the ones that are really going to scare you. So take the time to write those down. And then the last thing he wants me to do is to monetize those goals. Look at each of those goals, each of those levels of goals, and monetize it. So what does that mean? Well, okay, my first goal. What's it going to take money-wise to get to that goal? What do I need per month to reach that goal? What do I need per year to reach that goal? That wild, crazy dream. What do I need, $100,000 a month? Do I need $1 million a year, $5 million a year? He says define those goals, levels of goals, and monetize those goals. And then what we're going to do is essentially make a plan to take those goals and those gaps to reach those goals and what it's going to take and put a plan together to get there. You know, you can have a target, but you got to have a map in order to get to that target as well. And it's got to be logical. You know, you can't have just wild, crazy goals like starting off like, okay, I want to make $1 million a month starting now. Well, no, that's not realistic. So again, your assignment, and I invite you to please do these assignments along with me because you're going to benefit. Define what your goals are. What's the most beautiful picture to you? What's success to you? Then why? Why do you want that? What's the true, real, hardcore, in your heart reasons why you want those? And then monetize those. Again, what's it going to take to get to those? What's the finances behind those to get you to those goals? And I'm going to work on those exercises tonight and tomorrow, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to make a new video and I'm going to show you my results and show you my goals and what's my what, why, and monetize, and we'll go from there. And I invite you again to do it yourself. So I'll touch base again tomorrow. Again, I'm Bill McManus. I want to thank you for joining me on Making of a Millionaire, and here's to your success.